All right, greetings, scholars, and we're back. Beautiful Mind here with this question from College Algebra. We're asked to write the equation of a line perpendicular to the given that passes through the point 5, -8. Okay, so one thing, when I'm working with lines, I like to have the following three equations ready to go. We have our slope formula, all right? Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Again, this is our slope. Then we have our point slope. All right. That's our y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then we have our slope intercept. Give my handwriting. That's the classic y equals mx plus b. I usually like to have those available as a reference. And I'm going to kind of shrink them down and, no. Okay, let's see. How can I do this? Okay, there's that guy. There we go. Okay, so we'll have those available as a reference. All right, just kind of off to the side a little bit. So hopefully you have a formula sheet. Well, hopefully everyone is having a wonderful holiday. Happy Labor Day, everybody. So the school is officially closed today. Let's keep moving. Okay, so now if we want our line to be perpendicular to this one, that means that this is a discussion about the slope, right? So we need to find the slope of the given line, and then we want to find the equation of the line with the proper slope passing through that point, okay? So first let's find the slope. So we're given this 7x plus 6y equal to 5, okay? Let's solve for y. We're going to use inverse operations. So let's move the 7x to the right. So the inverse of the positive 7x is going to be a negative 7x to both sides. Okay. That's going to have this guy cancel. A number plus its opposite adds to 0. Okay. So at this point, we have 6y. And I'm going to write it as negative 7x plus 5. And then the inverse, we have 6 times y. So the inverse of multiplication, the inverse operation is going to be division. So divide by 6 on both sides. Now, when we divide by 6 on the right, we need to divide every term. Because we're dividing by a monomial, we're dividing by one term. That means, we need to distribute. It's really, dividing by 6 is the same as multiplying both sides by 1 over 6, all right? So I'll write it. I'll do it in multiple steps, right? We're dividing both sides by 6. And I'll say, or what we're also doing, another way to visualize that, let me think. I'll do this all in purple. Let's undo. Okay. All right, that's going to be the same as multiplying both sides by 1 over 6. So I'm going to say times 1 over 6. And if we do the entire right-hand side times 1 over 6, all right, we need to distribute that 6. In the black and blue that's in the line above, we would have written that as negative 7 over 6x plus 5 over 6, right? So let's account for these changes. Again, a sixth of 6 is 1, right? A number times its multiplicative inverse multiplies to 1. On the left, we have y. On the right, we're going to have this negative 7 over 6x plus 5 over 6, okay? So our sloping question that we're looking for, here's a slope right here, right? So that's the slope of line 1. Our slope needs to be the negative reciprocal, right? We said for two lines to be perpendicular, slope 1 times slope 2 has to equal 1. So that means our slope is going to be equals negative 1. So that means our slope needs to be the negative reciprocal of this guy, right? So now we're looking for a line. So the negative reciprocal of this is going to be what? A positive 6 over 7. So our slope is going to be a positive 6 over 7. We want it to pass through the point 5 comma negative 8. I've been drawing infinity so much and I can't even write an 8 anymore. Okay, so that means we want our line to have this slope passing through that point. Now we probably should use the point slope, right? This serves as our x1, y1. Let me go ahead and label it. Like this is our x1, this is our y1, and this is our slope. And we can use the point slope, that y minus y1. Sure, let's do it. I was gonna do the y equals mx plus b, but let's just do the point slope. Again, so point slope, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay. So let's plug in the corresponding components. Our y1 is negative 8. All right, notice use the parentheses there. Our slope is 6 over 7. And our x1 is 5. Okay. So we got a double negative at play. And then if we solve for y, we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. And we're also going to distribute this guy. So we're going to say minus 8 and minus 8. Okay. So now on the right, at this point, I have what? 6 over 7 times x. 6 times 5 is what? 30. So minus 30 over 7. Now that's an 8 over 1. 56. So minus 56 over 7. Because negative 8 as a fraction, to get a denominator of 7. Okay. So then ultimately, it looks like we get this 6 over 7x, 86. Okay. So now we're getting this solution, right? One of the beautiful things about mathematics that allowed me to get far in it, when I got an answer, not all the time, but most times I could check, right? We got this answer. What are we saying? What do we mean, right? What does this mean in the context of the question? So this should be the equation of a line, right? We're going to kind of just go with it being perpendicular because that one wasn't too terribly bad. Okay. But then let's confirm at least that it passes at the point 5 comma negative 8. So what we're saying is that when x is 5, the corresponding y should be negative 8. So again, we said when x is 5, okay? So let's check this real quick. So we're going to let x be 5. We got this 6 over 7 times 5 minus 86 over 7, okay? 30, right? 30 over 7, 86 over 7, 56 over 7, and that should be 8, right? All right, let me see if I can get the whole thing. Okay, we can get a good amount of it. All right. And so with that, we're going to end the session here. From one beautiful mind to another, have a wonderful day. Take care. Peace.